Hello, everyone. Glad to see you're here. And I'm just now putting up the link if anybody wants to come up. So, I hope everyone's having a good day. Anna Mae, Eileen Cruz, Ma Wilma. Uh, who have I missed? I don't see anybody else's name. So, thank you for coming. And Anna Cruz, thank ABCM for rating. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, Jerry, the link's there if you want to come up. Uh, been a nice quiet day. It did rain earlier. It came down pretty hard. It was a good thing I had my bedroom window shut because it would have rained in there. My living room window has a balcony over my patio, so it keeps the rain from coming in. And so I left that open. Uh, I've got it closed now because I'm out front. I'm in my bedroom. It's not raining, so I opened up the window a little bit to let some fresh air in. I do have news about my dental update. Dan, how you doing, man? I do have a dental appointment on Monday at 1:40, so I'll finally get them to take a look at that. I'm probably just going to get a partial. At least that's what I'm leaning towards. That'll cost me the least amount of money. And then if I want to go with permanent teeth, the implants, I can maybe do that in the Philippines or bop over to Thailand sometime and do it. It'll cost me a whole lot less money than here. If I do I'll check into it, but like I said, that's what I'm leaning towards. If it's not real expensive, I'll do the implants. But that could set me back a few months, and I'm hoping not to be set back that far on my departure, my retirement. Because as long as if I can't leave for a few more months, that means I got to keep working for a few more months. And like I said, I'd like to retire as soon as I can. But that all depends on what goes on and how everything happens. And so, yeah, Dan, you're lying to me. If I keep my mouth like this, not too bad. I just look completely toothless. Yeah, I showed a friend of mine today, and they went, "Oh," startled them, and they hadn't seen it yet, and they came by to borrow something and invite me to their daughter's high school graduation next month. So I told them it's on a Saturday, and I said, "No problem, I'll be there." I've known their daughter since she was a tiny little thing. She's well, my friends are Chinese. I think I've told you all that before. And they have a tradition of having a birthday party 100 days after the baby's born because that's when they traditionally believe the child is a year old. And so that's when I first met the baby because I didn't come down by, the first 3 months when she was a little baby. I came down for the 100th because I was living up in Rochester and they lived down here. Up in Rochester. Hey, Abby, how you doing? Thanks for coming. And so, yeah, I've known their daughter dang near all her life. I've known her mom longer than that. I've known her mom for 35, 36 years, something like that. We've been good friends for about 36 years. I'm trying to remember when I met her. I want to say late 87, early 88. So, so that's over 37 years. Yeah. Oh, I understand, Abby. Now Wednesday night into Thursday, I got about 2.5 hours sleep. Thursday night into Friday, I got about a little over 5 hours sleep. Now, last night into this morning, my watch only says I got less sleep than what I got, but I got about probably close to 6 hours. So, yeah, I'm fighting, but not near as tired right now. I feel a lot better, but it'll take me a couple more days. Melinda, how you doing? Welcome. And so anyway, that's what's going on. Like I said, I've got my. Here, I'll show you. I just got my window open. You see, I don't have it open a whole lot, just enough to let some fresh air in. And get on the other side. There you go. That'll be better. And that wire, come on. Here we go. So I'm sitting here getting some fresh air. Now, in the Philippines, they probably don't have to air out their apartments as much as we do. And like in Texas and some other places where it gets so hot or so cold, you keep your windows shut for days on and weeks on end sometimes. So you need to every once in a while, when the weather's halfway decent, open up your windows and let fresh air in for a few hours just to, get it looking better inside. Chelsea, how you doing? Thanks for coming. So that's what I'm doing. I had it open earlier. It was nice and sunny. Then it started getting a little cloudy. So I sat in my living room, and watched TV. A lot of times I sat in my living room and watch YouTube on the TV. And so I came back here, closed up the window, and left it closed. And then it started pouring while I was sitting in the living room. So I was glad I did it. And so when I came back here, it had already quit raining. So I thought, well, I'll just open it up and air out this part a little more. Although I did close my living room window while I'm in here. I got the lights and everything turned off in there, saving electricity. But yeah, so we're just struggling along, getting everything, trying to get things done. Like I said, I'll find out Monday more about what I'm going to do with my dental need. Like I said, when my friend came over, she hadn't seen me since, the bridge came out. So I just smiled big at her and I said, "See?" She goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "You really do need to teeth." And I said, "Yeah, I do." And she had suggested I go to her brother's dental group, but they're not taking any new patients right now. They got a waiting list and they're not even sure when they're going to start taking patients again. So this place got me in I called them last Monday and I'm in Monday. If I'd have been ready to go, I could have went Monday, this past Monday, but I wasn't ready. I called them shortly after I got up. And I was being lazy. I hadn't got dressed, hadn't brushed my teeth yet because there's nobody around. So I thought, well, I'll just give them a call before I do anything else so I don't forget. And so I called them and they said, "Can you be here?" And it was like an hour and something. And it was like a half hour or more just to get to where they're at. And like I said, I still had to get cleaned up. It's like, no, I could have maybe made it. I just didn't feel like pushing it. I really would have been rushing to get there. And so I just told them I'd like Monday. So they gave me this Monday at 1:40. Hey, Sam Gloves. What kind of gloves do you have, Sam? It's been a while since you've been here, Sam. And Dan, ABC is raiding the place. Let's see. I got latex gloves for working with food, not to get my hands in the stuff when I need to. I got leather gloves. I've got cloth gloves. I've got felt gloves. Let's see. more insulated type cloth gloves. Out in the car, I have some gloves that are sun blocking gloves. So when I'm driving, I don't make my hands any worse than what they already are from the pre-cancer stuff that I have to worry about. So anyway, that's what's going on there. No, Sam, I won't wear gloves. It's too warm here. Let's see. Let's see what the temperature says. It says it's 68. It feels warmer. But also that's because it's humid because of the rain we just had. But it did get up around upper 70s, maybe low 80s today. Now, is that called pronounced Bagon or Bygone? Jerry, I don't know how you tell me. Yes, I do, but I'm not wearing them, Sam. But so anyway, like I said, we'll find out Monday. I'll let you know next weekend what's going on. I may have to have a follow up appointment with somebody else to finally make my final decision of how I want to go. Because I don't know if these people will be able to do the work that needs to be done, or they can just refer me to the people that can do it. I do know if I just get a partial, my insurance will pay for almost all of it. So that's why I'm leaning that way. Because that way, if that's what I get, it won't slow down my trip any. And like I said, I can always do the other over there. I can do them at a much less price, I believe. So I'll find out what that's going to cost me. Well, it's only going to slow me down a couple of months. I'll probably go ahead and do it here. But if it's going to slow me down more than that, because I was planning on trying to retire by the end of the year, just hanging out for a couple of months doing nothing, being perfectly honest with you. I thought I may have to work a little bit beyond that, but I wasn't sure. If it's only going to cost a couple of months, I can do that and I'll have it done and not have to worry about it. So we're leaning towards maybe doing that. But we'll find that out. Like I said, when I find out what the cost is going to be. So hopefully it'll be something that either I can put off or I can afford to do with and only have to work 2 or 3 months beyond what I wanted to work. And so that if that's the case, I'll have it done here so I won't have to worry about it. I won't have to worry about how it affects my money over there. Because I'm going to tell everybody here right now, when I retire, unlike Dan, I'll be on a very limited income. Right now, the reason why I'm working and I get my Social Security. I get more money from working than I do from Social Security. So once I retire, that money, over half my income, will be gone. And so I'll have to cut back on everything I do. I'll still try to help out some. It'll just have to be on a more limited basis. I hope everybody understands that once I retire. It's not because I don't want to do more, just I won't be able to afford to. And that goes for even if I stay here in the States. Unless something changes, that's the way it's going to have to be. I will try to support a few people, maybe one a month or something, maybe 2. Right now, sometimes I do a little more than that. But, that's the way life is. Somebody sent me a sticker about something. I have no clue what. But Dan, Jerry, if either one of you want to come up, you're more than welcome. I can always use the company. Makes things goes a little easier. What do you guys think of my bone tard short? I've been meaning to do that video of that skeleton on the riding lawnmower. Hey, Leela, Leah and Leah. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it right. But I've been meaning to do that for a while, and a couple of times there were people sitting out on the porch, and Jerry and I both don't really like to show people unless they're okay with it, and I'd have to stop and ask them, and I just didn't feel like doing it. And a couple of times it was raining, and so when I came home Thursday night, they weren't on the porch. It was a little overcast, but at least it wasn't raining, so I was able to stop, get a quick video in. I came up on the bit about him being bone tired from cutting grass right on the spot. I didn't plan that. It just came to me, and I thought, it sounds funny. Let's do it. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm not going to do that. I don't like wearing gloves to begin with, and I certainly don't like wearing gloves inside. That's one of the reasons why my hands are as bad as they are, because I don't like wearing gloves. But I do put them on when I go outside to drive. If I'm just walking outside, I don't put them on. I probably should. But I do wear long sleeve shirts a lot. But when it's days like this, it's overcast, and if I go out, I may have to wear a jacket. Hey, Ian. How you doing, Ian? Thank you for coming. So that my arms are protected by the jacket. My arms aren't as bad as my hands, although they're worse than any other part of my body besides my hands. I never was one for getting sun tanned. I didn't go to the beach very often. I used to get burned as a kid, so I really didn't like getting burnt. So I would go to the beach and go swimming, but it wasn't like every day. I didn't take my shirt off for any reason except for going swimming. And I go swimming maybe once a week when I was in the Philippines, maybe twice, but it was always on the weekend if I went. Rarely went swimming in San Diego because the water in California, which Dan will tell you, is colder than the water in the Philippines. So you go once in a while, but not a lot. I maybe go once every couple of months or so. And most of the time I went swimming, and while I was in the service, if I wasn't in the Philippines, would be on base in the pool, which is was in a gym, so you were protected from the sun that way. I didn't do it to be protected from the sun. I just did it because it was the most comfortable way to do it. I took up skin diving or snorkeling, whatever you want to call it, when I was in the Philippines back in the 70s. A friend of mine taught me how to do it, and I enjoyed it immensely. I plan on trying to get back into it. It'll be a slow process, but some of my shirts, they are considered swim shirts. So I'll buy some diving gloves to protect the hands. I'll wear the swim shirts. I'll get diving shoes. And that's not to protect them from the sun. That's just to protect them from rocky or stepping on something. So I'll buy that stuff after I get over there. I don't think I want to take it with me. I'll have to buy a snorkel and the glasses, the goggles, the swimming goggles. So anyway, I'll have to get that stuff when I get over there. But after that, for snorkeling, that's all you really need. I'll probably buy a vest. And that's only because if you get tired, we got Jerry coming up, because if you get tired, then you can pop the vest and stay afloat. So it's a safety feature that I'll probably buy. And there again, I'll probably buy it over there. I know a lot of people don't use it, but I don't swim as much as I used to. I never used it before, but when I first get back into it, I'm going to want to use it just to This, like I said, it's a safety feature until I'm much more comfortable with it. Uh, they got these vests that you wear actually like a vest, and then you can use what is it, CO2 canister, I believe, and you can pop that and it fills the vest instantly, and it'll keep you. It fills the front, so your backs of your face is out of the water. You just take that snorkel out of your mouth and you can breathe as you're laying there on your back as you rest, get your, till you're rescued or can rescue yourself. Hopefully you can rescue yourself. But you should never dive by yourself anyway. It's always best to dive with a friend. So if you have trouble or he has trouble or she has trouble, you can help each other out. I did take lessons on scuba diving when I was younger. I wasn't young. I got certified. And that's one of the things they stress is always dive with a buddy. They teach you how to buddy breathe. Like if one of you run out of oxygen, and some tanks actually have a spare mouthpiece for so you can both breathe at the same time. Otherwise, you take a breath, hand it over, hold your breath. They breathe a little bit, and they hand it back, and you go back and forth that way till you can get back to the surface. So, like I said, I took the lessons, but it's been, man, trying to think, good 40 years or almost 40 years since I took those classes. So, like I said, I was a lot younger man, and I never did get. I was still a smoker back then, and so I had trouble doing some of the activities you had to do without the tank. I could do everything with the tank. There was no problem. But I had a little trouble with a couple things, and so they wanted me to work on my breath control. And so by the end of the class, like I said, I wasn't prepared to take it. I still got my grade. I believe I got an A or a B. I still got the grade, but I just never got certified. Which would have been nice if I could have been certified. But then I got out of diving and got out of swimming. As you can tell, I don't swim like I should. That's a very good exercise, swimming. One of the healthiest exercises because it's easier on your joints. So when you get older, it's easier on your knees and your feet and your hands and all that. So how you doing, Jerry?
Okay, been a long day at work.
Jerry, you there?
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
here.
Jerry. I just realized I don't have my earpiece in. Give me a minute. I'm just rambling on. How you doing, Jerry?
Well, pretty good. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Now I
Okay.
didn't have my earbud in.
Okay.
I didn't realize it until going. How you doing? And I looked. It's like, oh, I hadn't put it in yet.
Yeah.
I sometimes don't do that because if I'm not talking to anybody, there's no reason to have it. And
Yeah.
And I just forgot to put it in when I brought you up. I should have done it automatically. So how's everything going, Jerry?
No, it's okay. Can't complain. Hey, the bug spray. Remember the Chris and Cebu would use that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Chris would call it, bygone, I think. But over here, since I'm close to the border, I know it is in Spanish, which is bygone.
Okay.
Like the city, like bye, and then gone. Yeah. Instead of like saying gone.
Hey, Melanie, how you doing? Bye. We Americans would pronounce that bay. BAY is bay to us, like the bay of the like a bay in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And but like I said, to me, you pronounce it the way the locals pronounce it because it's their language, their word. Like when I'm watching Elvie, there's a young lady that we would say Pamela, but she goes Pamela.
Oh, in Spanish is Pamela.
Yeah, so it's very similar to Spanish. So, like I said, I try to remember to call her Pamela. It's like there's a girl that she's a logger there in Manila. We would pronounce it Deborah or Orat. I'm not sure how she pronounces the last name, but she calls it Deborah.
Oh, we over here they call it Deborah.
I think she said Deborah.
Okay.
So it's pronounced different, you know. And so
Remember do you remember that movie Boris? Not Boris, Borat?
I never watched it. I was never a fan of that guy.
Well, he says I don't know what movie, but when he was obsessed with Pamela Anderson,
Yeah.
he would say Pamela.
Yeah. But I know one of these movies was Borat or Borat.
Yes, I think that's the only one that I've seen. I've probably seen parts of it, not the whole movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that he's English or somewhere like that. I don't know what nationality he is.
That's the character he created. That's not the nationality, and that's not his normal way of talking.
What is he? Is he European?
I'm not sure, but he may be American.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, that is a character he created.
Yeah, it's just a character.
For a comedy strip thing that he was doing. And then they made the movie. And like I said, I'm just not a big fan of his. I never watched the movie because I don't support him.
Yeah, I think I only saw that one movie. I don't know more about him. It's just, but the reference for me was the name.
Yeah, he did some comedy sketches where he went in and pretended to be that character and just messed with people as that character. So I mean, he was doing it just to mess with people. Then they did the movie later.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I never went and watched the movie because I didn't like the way he did it.
Oh, sort of like what was it, Wayne's World, and then
I liked Wayne's World.
I think Wayne's World was like Saturday Night.
Yeah, it was a Saturday Night Live, but this guy was doing it to intentionally fool people and make them think that he was some big wig from another country and messing with people that way, and I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, no, I've only seen that one movie, so I've never seen anything else. But
I've never seen the movie.
Yeah,
you know,
it was just a reference for that.
Might have seen a trailer or two for it, but I never watched. I never went to see the movie. I never watched it on TV or anything. I just for some reason I don't like that guy, so I don't want to throw any support for him.
Yeah, no. I've only seen the movie, so I can't really say I like him or not.
Well, no. I understand that. I'm just saying, some people loved what he was doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
People are entitled to think about what he was doing their own way. I'm just saying, for me, it was more of a turnoff. So I just never went to see the movie because I didn't want to support the guy.
Yep.
It seemed like it was the same kind of character, and it just. I mean, what was he the one that did the one where he was supposed to be was he supposed to be Israeli?
I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said, it's not.
Like I said, I never did really see the movie, but he was supposed to be a really tough guy.
In that movie?
Yeah, the movie, the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
No, well, I don't know. Maybe we're talking about the wrong movie. The movie that it was more like a tourist, a Middle Eastern tourist, and then somehow he was traveling in the U.S. and somehow he fell in love with Pamela Anderson.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything about that one.
That's how come I came up with the Pamela, because I remember from that movie.
Yeah. Well, then that movie, if he's playing a different character, I might have watched. But the one character that he was playing, if it's that character that he's playing in the movie, I don't want to support that character at all. It's not so much I hate the actor, I hate the character.
The character, yeah.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
No, I was going to say, probably might be a different movie, but I don't really know. Like, I'm not a fan, so I can't say, oh, okay, I remember this movie and that movie. It's not like Austin Powers. What is the guy's name? The Wayne's World. What's Mike Myers?
Yeah, Mike Myers and
Where Myers is or Dr. Evil and Austin
yeah, that
Powers
was
and Wayne's World.
Austin Powers.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the British Secret Service. Austin Powers. He did a couple. He did 2 or 3 of those.
I think 3. Yeah, I think about 3 of
I
them.
know at least 2.
Yeah.
I've seen at least 2 of them, and I enjoyed that. Like I said, I don't mind people, in the movies having fun. But like I said, what I recall of this one guy, I think he was actually doing it, going around trying to fool people in real life with this one character, and I just didn't like that character.
Yeah, I have to research that and see what other movies he made. But it was just the point I wanted to make was just about the Pamela name.
Yeah.
But that's so like with the Filipinos, I guess it'd be similar with the way you pronounce the names with Latin America.
Yeah, it would be because you remember
Yeah.
Spain was there for about 300 years or more.
Yeah. Yep.
So a lot of their pronunciations and maybe even sentence structure would be very influential.
What is Elvi's real name? Is it Elvi or Elvira?
I don't know. I only know her as
By Elvi.
Elvi Rose
Yeah.
Insult.
Because Elvi sounds like Elvira, which is Elvira.
Yeah, but see now she could just be using her nickname.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to check something. See now.
Do you know if Talks found that you made it back to Laguna? She was in Manila a few days back.
I'm going to say the last time I saw her, she was still in Manila.
Yeah, she was in Manila.
How you doing, sir?
But yesterday,
give me a minute, I'll give you a monitor. Jen's been commenting on my channel. Some of my shorts. This is the first time he's made it into my live stream. Now, I don't think this is the same guy, but I happen to have a relative named Timothy Creasaw. And the picture doesn't look like my relative, but it could be a composite. But the way he comments, it doesn't seem like he is. But we'll find out someday. Because I'll see him within a month or 2, I'll see him. Unless you want to answer now, Tim, are you related to me? And Jerry has the chicken, Tim. Jerry lives down in South Texas. This is he's got chickens, cats. Well, the cats actually are relatives, aren't they?
Yeah. The only animals I own are the chickens.
Okay, and then next door they got a horse.
Yeah, the neighbor has them out in the ranch. He's got 3 of them. He needs to bring them back. The grass is really tall.
Yeah.
He hasn't brought them back. They're at the ranch.
Okay.
I don't know if they got them where the ranch is, but he doesn't have them here.
He either needs to bring the horses back or bring in some goats.
The neighbor used to have goats. One of the neighbors, but the dogs killed them. Their dogs here and there kill everything. Kill the cats, kill the chickens. They just don't kill the horses because the horses will kick them.
Horses just stomp them.
Yeah, stop them or kick them.
That's what I meant. They'll stomp them. They'll kick them into next Sunday
Yeah,
or last
but
Sunday, one or the other.
Smaller livestock, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah. But all right, then this is my nephew because he says he's my relative.
Okay.
But this is one of those pictures that AI does or something of him. It looked a little like him, but it's like didn't look like him exactly. Now this is the son of my sister who fell. I remember I told you all about my sister that fell.
Yeah.
This is her youngest son. And so how's Wanda doing there, Tim? She doing better, hopefully? Tim agrees with you, Jerry. He thinks chickens are handy. He says he's had friends who had chickens.
What depends what you want them for. If you want them for meat or eggs, I don't have them for meat. I have them just for the eggs, and of course they control the help control pests.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen them eat.
I live in an apartment. You can't have animals.
No, I've seen them eat little mice also.
Yeah. I know she's in a lot of pain, Tim. I know that. But so how's your dad doing? But yeah, my sister and brother-in-law both are 10 years older than I am. Wanda's already had her birthday. Tim, I have his. Tim, listen to me. John, I have his later this year. He said he didn't know that chickens ate mice like cats do.
Yeah, it's small little mice, not a huge ant because they got to open the mouth.
Yeah.
Whatever they can swallow, they'll eat it.
So it's got to be just little mice, like baby mice.
Small stuff.
Okay.
Small little rodents. Of course, they'll eat birds, small little birds.
I know they're slowing down a lot, Tim. I know that. I tell that the last few times I've visited. And especially your dad, he's really slowing down. Now, Dan, we're not talking the Beverly Hillbillies here. Roadkill is not something you want. Although when I was living back in Indiana, working at Alcan as a guard, we had this truck driver that came in, I'd say about once a week or once every couple of weeks. He lived down in southern Indiana. He had a pet lion, believe it or not. And sometimes he'd have that damn thing in the truck with him. So like I said, a pet. And now he was talking about when there was roadkill down where he lived, a lot of the police would give him a call and let him know, hey, we got roadkill here. And he'd go get it and feed it to the lion. Because roadkill, they can't do anything else with it.
Nope.
And so they would do that. But yeah, he told me once he had a lion in his truck, and I didn't believe him. I climbed up on it, and that bugger jumped down in the seat from the sleeper, startled the heck out of me.
Oof.
I said, okay, you do have a lion there. And I'm not opening that door either.
No.
He said, yeah, he says it's a good deterrent to keep people out of his truck.
Yeah, that I do believe.
Well, I believe that too. I know he was there, and I knew it wouldn't hurt that guy, but I wasn't getting in there to find out if he'd hurt anybody else.
Yeah.
And that was not going to happen. And so yeah, that was a shoot. That was trying to think. When I was working there, not quite 40 years ago, probably more like 37, 30, somewhere between 35 and 38 years ago. And because I worked that long ago, it's the time frame I was actually working longer than that back there. But that guy wasn't one of the first people I got to know. He was towards the end of it, I think. But yeah, I worked there from like 80, 87 or 88. Hey, Victor, hello. 87, 88, somewhere in there. I want to say 87, but it could have been 88. And I worked here about 92. Carol E. Wilkins, how you doing? And now, Carol E., how did you find my channel? And welcome. But I don't recall seeing you before. Cara, excuse me. That would be Cara Lee, if I'm pronouncing it right. Where are you from, Cara? Cara Lee, excuse me, I better. You got it as one name, so Cara Lee, where are you from? I happen to live in the Capital District of New York, where I live. A lot of my followers are in the Philippines. So you're welcome no matter where you're from. I mean, I have followers that live in Canada and Australia. I believe there's one or two from Australia. Some from other countries, but the largest group is from Philippines and the United States. Okay, well, Car, what part of the United States do you live in? Like I said, I'm in the Capital District of New York. And now, Carly, if you have a channel, type in LLL, and my Nightbot will drop your channel link. And so people can check out your channel. Let me see something here. All right. You do have a channel. So just type in LLL. And there you go. It's not a problem, Cara. You're welcome anytime to come back. If you come back again some other time, I'll give you a hang on a minute. Hello, Timothy. How you doing? Are you going to say anything, Tim? Now, when I was in the Navy, I was
Well, I
stationed.
see you. I see. South.
Yeah. So when I was in the Navy there, Carol Lee, I was stationed in San Diego. I was in San Diego, not counting the about 5 years, but you have to take a little over a year away from that because I happened to be overseas. So I did about almost 4 years actually in San Diego, maybe a little under that. But yeah, that was a long time ago. That was back in the 70s. So Tim, how's everything going, man?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Carly, excuse me, I better. You got it as one. So Carly, where are you from? I happen to live in. I'm having a hard time hearing you there. New York. A lot of my followers are in the Philippines. Hey, Tim, I need you to do me a favor. Where you're from? Tim,
Yeah.
can you hear me? I need you to do me a favor. Close YouTube or turn the sound off to YouTube. Because when you come on to, I'm on StreamYard. And when you come on to StreamYard from YouTube, if you have the sound on or you leave it on, there's a feedback. So you can stay. You stay in. You just stay in the StreamYard. You turn off YouTube, and that way there's no feedback.
Is this connected? Is
What's
this
that?
connected with YouTube? Is this
Yes and
StreamYard
no, but
connected?
it's connected. YouTube lets you come into here, but you can do a live stream through YouTube, or you can do a live stream through StreamYard. And if you're doing StreamYard, you come into it, you have to turn off YouTube because YouTube plays the sound later than what it is on live stream, on StreamYard. So you get a feedback. All right, there's a delayed play on YouTube.
I can't see the oh, wait a minute. I see the chat now. Okay.
All right, yeah, there you go. Are you on a laptop or your phone or what?
No, it's my.
Your desktop? Are you using that 27 inch?
Oh, it wants me to connect to YouTube.
You don't have to, if you're on my live stream, you don't have to connect to YouTube.
It's like a 15-inch laptop.
Okay, so you're not using the 27 inch. Have you used that?
No, I
monitor
didn't
I
hook
gave
that
you?
up yet.
You haven't hooked that up yet? I like the larger monitor.
No, I haven't hooked it up. It's still in the.
Well, that's fine. That's hey, I give it to you. You do
I
with it
bet
what
it's
you want.
nicer.
I mean, you don't even have to use that
I
other
can't
part
see
if you
the
hook it up
chat
right.
in this StreamYard.
Yeah, it with the 27 inch, it's a lot easier to see everything, the chat and the other participants. I see Jerry there. He's in Texas, and he's a early bird. Now Jerry will be going to bed here in about a half an hour or so, because he likes to get up early, and I mean early. What is it, Jerry? About 4:30 you get up? Around
Anywhere
4:30?
between 3:30 and 4.
Okay, 3:30 or 4. See what I mean, Tim? He is an early bird.
That's 7 days a week, whether it be my
Oh,
day
I know,
off or
I
not.
know. I know. That's what I'm saying. You're an
Yep.
early bird. Now, I used to get up when I was working at the port, Porter Coleman's. I got up at 4, but only on the days I work. Now I get up at 6, but only on the days I work. But I get up only a couple hours later on my days off. Usually. Sometimes not that much later, and sometimes a little later. Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, I'll be going to a nature park tomorrow,
Okay.
and then
When you're going back down to Mexico
next month,
next month? Okay.
Yep. in June, I'll be going to the nature park tomorrow. Should do a live stream. Chances are good, and then from there, then I'll go to Freddy Fender's hometown. It's just south from there. And I want to see if I can vlog the last time I vlogged a video of his childhood home, but I never uploaded the video.
Okay. Now, what time do you think you'll be doing your live stream?
Probably 8 in the morning.
Well, if I'm up, if I
Yeah.
remember, I'll give it a check to see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's because I think about if I'm gonna eat breakfast, like a real breakfast, or eat lunch breakfast, like a heavy meal.
I had a brunch today, but it was just basically a breakfast. I just ate late.
Just
I
later.
didn't eat any lunch, so it's a brunch.
Yeah, no. For me, it's either lunch for breakfast, or breakfast for breakfast.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I told you before, I eat mostly cereal. Occasionally, I'll have peanut butter and jam, but I had cereal. But I didn't eat till almost 11. You know,
If I eat cereal, then I'll be hungry within the hour.
I'm not. But then I eat a big bowl of cereal. And
I know, like my friend, my coworker at work, he eats oatmeal, but he's
Yeah.
starving. He's by 9, 10 in the morning. He's literally starving.
yeah. Crystal Venture, how you doing, Crystal? Thanks for coming.
I'm just waiting for the chickens to go in so I can go back inside.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
one.
sorry to hear about that large fire, but I'm glad to hear that most of them are small. In case some of you don't know, Victor is a retired forest ranger, firefighter. So he lives up in the Oregon area right now. But so he's still over there. He comes in once in a while. And Jerry, just to let you know, Crystal said hi to you.
Hello, Crystal.
And the reason why I do that, Tim, is Jerry's on his cell phone, so he can't see the chat.
Yeah, I can't see I see the button, but then I have to press the button, and I lose the audio, the video. So
Yeah.
I would have to have to.
You did understand that Timothy here is my nephew, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Prior to him coming up on the
Okay.
chat.
Yeah. All right. For those of you that don't know, Timothy here is my nephew. He's my oldest sister's youngest son. My oldest sister only has 2 sons, but he's the younger one. He's the one that lives up close to his parents and helps them out quite a bit. He's also the one that likes to go to college a lot, which is nothing wrong with that. I enjoyed. If I could have figured out a way to retire from college, I'd have never got out. I had a blast in college. And Tim, Crystal Adventure, she's in the Philippines. Her and her husband are very hard workers. She has a YouTube channel, and she comes in quite a bit. She's a good lady. Her husband's a good man. They work hard together. And so she's just telling you hi, so you should tell her hi back, Tim. That's etiquette.
That's nice. Hello.
Now you can either do it by that way, or you can just type in the chat. Either way you want to do it.
That's
just say
the
hello.
issue I'm having.
Huh?
In order to go to the chat, I have to. It says connect to YouTube. Then it'll open up YouTube again in a smaller window. Let's see if it interferes. I
Well,
don't know
if you do that, just make sure the sound's off. That's all. Just make sure there's no sound. See, I never go to YouTube. I go straight to.
turn my mic off.
Well, not your mic. Turn the sound down on YouTube. You should be able to turn that sound down.
Oh.
So just see if you can do that. I don't know. Like I said, I go straight to. I got this set up. I don't even have to go to YouTube to get here. And I know on my computer, my desktop, I can go to somebody else's live stream and turn off YouTube and be able to communicate this way. But like I said, may not be able to do that on a laptop. I don't know.
I'm working on it. This is my first time through this. So.
I know. This is the first time you come up. That's fine. I've been doing this for a while, so I understand. I used to do them on YouTube, then I went to StreamYard.
Could never figure out StreamYard, so that's why I use YouTube. I've tried to do it, and never was able to successfully make a stream work.
Yeah.
So I said, let me just stick with YouTube.
Yeah. Like I said, I've done live streams both ways. I've done them on YouTube and I've done them on StreamYard. I just prefer StreamYard because I can have more people come up.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Tim, I could have, counting myself, 9 or 10 people in a chat. On YouTube, you're a little more limited. And you are on StreamYard too, if you just go with the basic StreamYard. But back when,
well, I came in the StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Jerry will remember Leonard Lund, and Dan will too. But when I first started off with doing live streams, Leonard Lund, who has passed away, but he used to come up not all my almost every one of my live streams, and we would get to talk, and then we'd sit and talk, and we'd do 3, 4, 5 hours. I think we did almost 6 hours one time on a live stream, the two of us. And the basic StreamYard only lets you have 20 hours a month. And we were we were always pushing that 20 hours.
Well, this is supposed to be for some kind of topic that you want to share with the whole world. Like, why would you share with the whole world your conversation that you would have like that?
We would just talk. But we would talk about, it would not be the private personal stuff, Tim. You don't have to talk about that. You can talk about what you want to do, but that like everybody here knows, I'd like to move to the Philippines. I have no problem letting people know that. I don't talk about everything that's going on, but I do talk about things that go on, just like I would among friends.
Yeah.
You will notice there's not a lot of people in this chat.
But I could find this just by searching for you. I knew you, Lazy Larry Lee. There it was. Okay, so here I just find this. There you are.
Yeah, I know that, Tim. Anybody can find it, but I can I can kick you out and never let you back in. I have that ability. So if somebody comes in and starts causing a lot of trouble, you just kick them out. You know, I've had people come up and start getting derogatory with their language, and I had to kick them out of the thing. And I happen to know who you are, because most of the time I won't let people up unless I see their picture. But I knew who you were, so I let you up. I know Jerry, so Jerry's been in my live stream many times. You have to decide how you want to do it and what you want to disclose.
Well, I almost think you could meet someone like this in one of your live streams. You could have the live stream for some kind of a topic or something, like you go over something.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Then you can meet someone, then later on you could chat with them, like private chat on the side.
I'm not looking for that though, Tim. I'm not looking for private chat with people. I'm not looking to create a long distance relationship with someone. That's not what I'm doing. I do this for my fun. This is
I
my
don't
entertainment.
necessarily mean for that purpose.
But Tim, I have
I'm
a chat
afraid
with
there's some kind
here.
of risk or something.
Huh?
Don't you think this is some kind of security risk? Oh, look, there's a cat.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I've got Norton. I've got things on here to protect my computers. I don't put personal information. You don't see any personal information on here that you can exploit. You don't see my social security number. You don't see my email address. You don't see my cell phone numbers or my bank account. Hey, Tim, it's another Tim. How you doing, sir? Thank you for coming. And Tim says hello to everybody on the chat.
Tim from Pampanga.
Yeah, Tim does it. Yeah. But that's what you got to do. Like I said, Tim, what you got to do is you have to control what you put up where people can see it and get that information. I don't put my social security information on my computer at all. So they want to get on my computer, they'll never find my social security number. It's not on there. I will not type it on there. I don't type my bank information on there. So they want to get into it. Go ahead. You're not getting anything, but so a list of names. No. That stuff does not go on my computer.
Those chickens are in. I'm gonna sign off, Larry.
All right, Jerry. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome. Yes, it's almost bedtime.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be in 12 hours. I should be done eating breakfast and start going to the nature park.
And if I get up and remember, I'll check out your live stream, boss.
I think there was another blogger said I watched your whole 1 hour plus live stream from Mexico. Said I should have just seen like 10, 20 minutes, but he was just so focused because I was walking around over there.
Oh yeah, that's very entertaining. Like I said, I know you walk around when you do your live stream.
Yeah, that's Chris and Cebu. I gotta thank Chris and Cebu for that.
Yeah, well, I love the walking live streams. I really do. I just don't think I'm talented enough to do that. Being perfectly honest with you, that takes some talent to be able to walk and read and pay attention to what you're doing. Chris was very good with that.
Yeah, it was what killed him was the damn signal.
Yeah,
the internet.
Yeah, the
poor internet.
Or the yeah, he was pretty much limited to the areas he could walk.
Yeah, it's just poor internet over there. The lack of signal. Well, I'm gonna sign off.
All right, Jerry. Tim says take care.
Who is that?
Tim Desiak said take care.
Oh, okay, Tim, take care. And Timothy?
Timothy's already dropped off. I don't know if he's still.
Oh, he dropped off? I I see that.
Like I said, I don't know if he's still in the background or not, but he dropped off.
I think he might be a newbie, so he's having a hard time trying to figure out the buttons there.
Tim says he likes the chat. My nephew Timothy says he likes the chat.
Okay, yeah.
So he's still in the background.
See, like here, come this fall. I'm not in the stream because it's dark already by this time or earlier.
Yeah, and Timothy saying have a good time, Jerry.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna log off. Yeah, I'll be doing that here in about 12 hours.
All right, man. We'll see in about 11, 12 hours if I get up and remember.
Yeah, I know that. No worries.
Sometimes I'm a little slow when I get up.
Yeah, I know I'm awake early, and I can't just be in bed. Okay, let me just stay here 3 hours. I can't.
I can lay in bed I can't lay there for 3 hours. I'd get up sore as all get out. But
as soon as
lay there for a little while.
As soon as there's daylight, I gotta be out.
The one good thing about my bedroom, I don't get the morning sun.
I do. It's facing east, but the chicken coop is the one that doesn't get me all the light.
My bedroom's facing east. My bedroom's facing west.
Okay.
I get the setting sun, but I don't get the rising sun.
You get the rising. All right, so we'll see you.
All right. Hey, take care, man.
Likewise. Bye.
Right. Bye. Now, Victor, you have a good day. Enjoy your rest. Have a good night's sleep. And Tim, the Timothy that I'm talking about, Timothy Creasock, is my nephew. He came up a little early. I don't know if you saw his avatar or not. But that's the reason why I let him up. And I'm frozen here. I don't know if my picture is frozen where you're at or not, but on my computer it's frozen. Yeah, it's frozen there too, so I'm having some kind of trouble. I don't know what's going on. But give me a minute. I'm going to... I don't know what's going on here. But something, I had to take myself off Because if I don't, that's the picture you're getting. So something's going on with the camera. So if anybody wants to come up, come on up. I'm going to have to be this way for a while. I'll try bringing up my camera again here in a little bit to see if it will work. But yeah, kind of strange picture. That's some of that stuff's no longer behind me. Yeah, maybe I should take a different picture. But I don't even use the headphones anymore. I use the earbuds. Nope. Yeah, whenever I remove myself, I guess it removes my audio as well. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll find out. So everyone, I guess we're kind of winding down. We've been going for over an hour. I want to thank everybody for coming and remind you all to be kind to each other, take care of yourselves, plus try to have fun. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. I'm having trouble with my camera for some reason. It just started acting up. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hey, Dan, that could be a lot of things, man. There was we'll find out. Hopefully we'll have it fixed by next weekend. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next Saturday. Remember to take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun. Bye.